Welcome. Tonight, allow yourself to slow down. Let the noise of the day fade away. Let the pressure, the expectations, the unfinished tasks gently loosen their grip. This is your time. A quiet space where nothing is urgent and nothing is required. As you settle into your bed, soften your breath. Inhale slowly and exhale even slower. Tonight's story is not about something big or dramatic. It's about something small, so small that most people ignore it. But sometimes, the smallest habits carry the biggest transformations. And this is the story of one such habit. A simple act that slowly, quietly changed everything. There was once a man named Daniel. He wasn't extraordinary, not especially successful, not particularly unsuccessful either, just average. He worked long hours, came home tired, scrolled through his phone, and slept with a mind full of thoughts he couldn't quiet. Every night felt the same. Heavy, restless, unfinished. He often thought, "One day I'll change my life." But that one day never came, because every morning he woke up the same way. Rushed, distracted, slightly anxious, and every night he went to bed carrying the same invisible weight. One night, nothing special happened, no life-changing event, no big realization, just a quiet moment. Daniel sat on the edge of his bed, unusually still, and for the first time in a long time. He didn't reach for his phone. Instead, he simply sat there, in silence. At first, it felt uncomfortable. His mind was loud, but then he whispered something, not loudly, not perfectly, just softly. "Thank you for this day." That was it. No ritual, no long prayer, no deep philosophy, just one sentence, and then he went to sleep. The next night, he did it again. Sat on his bed, closed his eyes, and whispered, "Thank you for this day." Some nights he added a little more. "Thank you for the food I had. Thank you for getting through today. Thank you even for the difficult moments." There was no pressure. Some nights it was just one line again. But he kept doing it. A small habit, so small. It didn't feel like effort. After a few days, nothing dramatic happened. But something felt lighter. His sleep became slightly deeper. His mind a little less crowded. After a few weeks, he noticed something unexpected. During the day, he complained less. Not because life became perfect, but because his perspective had quietly shifted. He began noticing small things. The warmth of sunlight, a kind message from a colleague, a peaceful moment during lunch. Things that were always there. But he had never truly seen that one small habit began to change everything. His mornings felt calmer. His reactions became softer, his thoughts less chaotic. He didn't suddenly become rich, he didn't suddenly achieve everything. But he became peaceful, and that changed the way he made decisions. He started choosing better habits, taking better care of himself, speaking more kindly to others and to himself, all from one simple moment each night. Just sitting and saying, "Thank you." You see, the habit wasn't about gratitude alone. It was about pausing, stepping out of the noise, even for a minute. It was about reminding himself that life wasn't just problems to solve, but moments to feel. And slowly, that awareness changed his entire life. Not overnight, but gently, quietly. Like the way night turns into morning, without anyone noticing. And now, as you lie here, you don't need to change everything. You don't need a big plan. Maybe just start with something small tonight. Before you sleep, take one slow breath and whisper, even silently, "Thank you for this day." That's all. No perfection, no pressure, just a small habit. Because sometimes the smallest habits carry the greatest peace. Now, let your body relax deeper into your bed. Feel your shoulders soften, your jaw unclench, your breath slow down naturally. There is nothing left to do. No need to think. No need to fix anything. Just rest. And remember, life doesn't always change through big moments. Sometimes it changes through quiet ones, repeated gently every night. Sleep peacefully and let this calm stay with you. And remember, one small habit is simply this: to say thank you for everything you have in life. If you eat, thank God. If you sleep, thank God. If you play, if you work, thank God, even in your every breath. Quietly say thank you. Do this for just 100 days, and then gently notice how your life begins to change. Because this one small habit can stay with you forever. Feel your body becoming heavier, your mind becoming quieter, as if everything is gently settling into calm. Let the noise fade, let the tension melt away, and allow yourself to simply drift. And as you begin to relax, a quiet thought comes to you. What if, just for tonight, you could go back to the very beginning of your life? Not to change anything, not to fix anything, but just to see, to feel, to understand. It begins slowly. You feel yourself drifting, not forward, not backward, just floating through something soft and endless. Time no longer feels like time. There is no rush here, no urgency, only a quiet movement. like being carried by a calm, invisible current. The world you know begins to fade. Your thoughts grow lighter, your memories soften, and everything becomes still. And then you arrive. A soft glow surrounds you. Dim lights, gentle shadows, a quiet room holding a moment that feels almost sacred. It's a hospital room. You can sense it before you fully see it. The faint hum of machines, the slow rhythm of something steady. The presence of life, waiting. The air feels warm, filled with anticipation, as if the entire room is holding its breath. You move closer, not with steps, but with awareness. And then you hear it, a heartbeat, steady, calm, protective, and with it, a quiet emotion. Something deep, something human, something full of care. You begin to see faces, your parents. You notice how young they look, how their expressions hold both hope and uncertainty. There's a quiet nervousness in their eyes, but beneath it, something stronger. Love, already there, even before they've held you. They don't see you. This version of you, the one who has already lived so much. But you see them. You see the way they wait, the way they breathe a little faster, the way their entire world is about to change without them fully knowing how. Time slows. Everything becomes softer, quieter. And then a sound breaks the silence. A first cry, small, fragile, yet powerful. The moment you entered this world, you feel it, like a ripple moving through everything. You turn gently, and there you see yourself, so tiny, so new, so completely untouched by the world. No stress, no expectations, no fear of the future. Just breath, just life, just presence. You watch. As you are lifted, carefully, placed into waiting arms, there's a pause, a still moment, where everything else disappears, and then a smile appears, soft, emotional, real, not perfect, not certain, but filled with something pure. And as you observe this, something begins to change inside you. You realize that tiny version of you didn't know anything about what was coming, didn't know about hard days, about pressure, about all the moments that would feel heavy. And yet, they were enough, completely, fully enough. You drift closer, drawn by something quiet and meaningful, and you notice there's no fear here, no comparison, no doubt, just acceptance. Life as it is, arriving moment by moment, and slowly you begin to feel that same peace within yourself. As if all the worries you've been carrying were never meant to stay with you forever. As if they were only passing through. Time begins to move again. The room gently shifts. Voices soften. The edges of everything begin to blur. Like a memory fading into light, But before it disappears, you take one last look at the beginning of you, not the version shaped by expectations or responsibilities or the weight of the world, but the original you, simple, calm, whole, and in that quiet moment, you understand something. You were never meant to carry life so heavily. You were never meant to forget this feeling. Because it never left you. It's still there, beneath everything. Waiting, quietly. The scene fades, the sounds dissolve, and you begin to drift again, back toward the present, back toward now. But something is different. You feel lighter. Not because your life has changed, but because your connection to it has softened. You don't need to go back in time to find peace. Because that beginning, that quiet, untouched calm, has always been inside you. Your breath slows even more. Your body feels heavy, relaxed, supported. Your mind begins to let go, thought by thought, like clouds drifting across a quiet night sky. There is nothing left to hold, nothing left to figure out. Just this moment, just this calm, just this gentle drifting. And as sleep begins to come closer, soft, quiet, natural, you carry with you a simple truth. That no matter how far you go in life, you can always return to that peaceful beginning. Back to peace. First, let's talk about weight of thoughts. Sometimes, the mind doesn't want to be quiet. It keeps replaying conversations, thinking about what if, imagining situations that may never happen. And even when your body is tired, your thoughts continue like waves that refuse to settle. If this feels familiar, you're not alone. Overthinking is not a weakness. It's a mind that has been trying too hard for too long. Tonight, you don't have to fight your thoughts. You don't have to silence them forcefully. We're simply going to rest. Let's start with Story Begins, a quiet night walk. Imagine this. It's late at night, and the world has gone quiet. You find yourself walking along a peaceful path, under a soft, star-filled sky. The air is cool, gentle, calm. Each step you take feels lighter than the last. There is no rush here, no expectations, just you. And this quiet moment. In the distance, you notice a small, warm light. A tiny wooden cabin, glowing softly in the darkness. Something about it feels safe, familiar, so you slowly walk toward it, entering the safe space. As you reach the cabin, the door gently opens, as if it was waiting for you. Inside, everything feels warm. There's a soft chair, a dim golden light, and a quiet stillness that wraps around you. You sit down, and for the first time today, you don't feel the need to think. On a small table beside you, there's a box, simple, wooden, peaceful, and somehow you already know what it's for. Letting go of thoughts. This box is where you can place your thoughts, one by one. Every worry, every what if, every moment you keep replaying, you don't need to solve them. Just gently place them inside the box. That conversation, you can leave it here. That fear about tomorrow, you can leave it here too. That pressure, that heaviness, you don't have to carry it tonight. Just place it in the box and close the lid, slowly, softly. Now we the shift from thinking to feeling. Now, notice something. Your mind is becoming quieter, not empty, but peaceful. Like a lake after the wind has stopped. You are still you, but without the noise. Your breath becomes softer, your body feels heavier, as if it's sinking gently into rest. There is nothing missing. There is nothing wrong. In this moment, you are safe. Healing begins without all those thoughts. Your mind begins to heal. Naturally, silently, just like the body heals during sleep. Your mind knows exactly what to do. You don't need to guide it. You don't need to control it. Just allow it. Trust it. Feel the calm spreading from your head, down to your shoulders, into your chest, and all the way to your feet. Everything does not need to be figured out tonight. Life is not asking you to solve everything at once. You are allowed to pause, you are allowed to rest, and slowly, as you let go, you realize something simple. Most of your worries don't belong to this moment, and this moment is all you need. Drifting into sleep, the cabin grows quieter. The light becomes softer, the world outside fades away, and your body sinks deeper and deeper into comfort. Your breathing slows, your thoughts drift, like clouds moving gently across the sky. No effort, no resistance, just drifting. As you rest here tonight, know that your mind is healing. Even in silence, even in stillness. You don't need to rush. You don't need to think. Just sleep, softly, deeply, peacefully. And if a thought returns, just smile gently and let it pass, like a quiet cloud in the night sky. You are safe, you are calm, you are at peace. Don't overthink. Not everything needs an answer tonight. Some thoughts are just passing clouds. Let them go. You don't have to react to every feeling. Just observe it gently. Your emotions don't control you. You can choose calm, slow down, breathe, and give your mind some rest. Peace comes when you stop chasing every thought. Let go of what you cannot control and soften your heart. You are safe in this moment. Nothing else matters right now. Trust yourself. Things will settle in time. Just relax and allow yourself to drift into quiet peace. Away. As we begin this calm journey together, imagine you are lying under a vast, peaceful night sky. The air is cool, the world is quiet, and above you, thousands of soft, glowing stars shimmer gently. Each star holds a memory, a moment from your life, big or small, seen or unnoticed. And tonight, you are not here to judge your life. You are here to feel it with kindness. Gratitude for the small moments somewhere in that sky. A small star begins to glow brighter. It reminds you of something simple, maybe a warm cup of tea, a smile from someone, a quiet moment you had today. It may seem small, but it mattered. Let yourself feel it again, that tiny moment, that gentle comfort. And softly say in your mind, "Thank you." Gratitude for your efforts. Now Turmo, another star appears. This one is for you, for everything you carried today, for every effort you made. Even the things no one noticed. Even the battles you fought silently. You showed up, you kept going, and that is enough. So softly, with kindness, say to yourself, "Thank you for trying, for not giving up, letting go of what was heavy." Now notice a cloud drifting slowly across the sky. This cloud carries your worries, your overthinking, your stress. You don't need to hold them anymore. Let the cloud carry them away, gently, slowly. There is nothing to fix right now. Tonight, you are allowed to rest. Gratitude for life itself. Now look again at the sky. So many stars, still glowing, each one a reminder that you are here, breathing, living. Even through difficult days, life has stayed with you. Your heart has kept beating. Your lungs have kept breathing. And in this moment, you are safe. So gently whisper within, "Thank you for this life just as it is." Deep relaxation and sleep. Transition. Now, feel your body becoming heavier. Your shoulders relaxing, your jaw softening, your eyes gently resting, your breath becomes slow. Natural, calm. There is nothing left to think about. Only this quiet feeling, gratitude, soft, warm, peaceful. Let it spread through your chest, your arms, your whole body, like a gentle wave. And as this feeling deepens, you begin to drift slowly, effortlessly, into a deep, restful sleep. Tonight, you did enough. You are enough. And this moment, this breath, this quiet peace is already complete. Sleep now with a grateful heart and a calm mind, and let tomorrow come gently when you are ready. A gentle story within the night now, as your body rests and your breath becomes softer. Imagine you are walking slowly along a quiet path. It is night, but not dark in a heavy way. The sky above you glows with soft silver light, and the ground beneath your feet feels warm, safe, familiar. You don't know where this path leads. And for the first time, you don't need to know. The quiet companion. As you continue walking, you notice someone is beside you, not speaking, not asking anything, just walking with you. A calm presence. It could be someone you love, someone you miss, or maybe a version of you from a time when life felt lighter. They look at you, gently and without words. You understand something. You were never truly alone, even in your hardest moments. Something within you kept walking, the river of letting go soon. You reach a quiet river. The water moves slowly, reflecting the stars above, and you feel this is where you can leave everything heavy behind. One by one, you place your worries into the water. A thought, a fear, a regret, and watch as the river carries it away. No resistance, no struggle, just release. A soft realization as the river flows. You begin to notice something. Your chest feels lighter, your mind quieter, and deep inside, a soft realization begins to grow. You don't need to have everything figured out. You don't need to control everything. Life is not something to fight every day. Sometimes, it is something to gently experience. A gift for you, the person beside you smiles softly and places something in your hands. A small glowing light, warm, peaceful, steady. This, you somehow understand, is your inner calm, your gratitude, your peace. It was never missing, just hidden beneath the noise. Returning to rest now. The path slowly fades, the river becomes quiet. The stars above begin to soften, and you find yourself drifting back into your body, into your breath, into this peaceful moment. Your body is heavy, your mind is quiet, and that small light still glows gently inside you, keeping you easily anymore. Not because they weren't tired, but because their mind was too loud. Every night, as soon as they closed their eyes, thoughts would start appearing. What if I fail? Why did I say that? What will people think? I'm not doing enough. The same loop, again and again and again. And no matter how much they tried to stop it, it only became louder. One night, they felt completely exhausted. Not just physically, but mentally, emotionally. They whispered softly, "I just want peace." Not success, not answers, just peace. That night, something different happened. Instead of fighting their thoughts, they did something unusual. They simply watched them, like clouds passing in the sky. One thought came. I'm not good enough. They didn't react. They just noticed it and let it pass. Another thought came. I messed up today. Again, no reaction, just awareness. Slowly, something started to change. The thoughts were still there, but they were losing power, because for the first time, they were not being fed. They were not being believed. They were just passing by. And then a quiet realization appeared. I am not my thoughts. I am the one watching them. And in that moment, there was space. A small, gentle, peaceful space. Right now, you can do the same. You don't need to stop your thoughts. Just observe them. Let them come and let them go, like waves, touching the shore and returning back all those negative thoughts. They are not permanent. They are not truth. They are just noise, old patterns, old fears, old stories trying to repeat themselves. But tonight, you don't have to listen. Feel your body relaxing, your shoulders softening, your jaw unclenching, your breathing becoming slower, and your mind becoming quieter naturally. Silently, repeat, I am safe right now. I release what I cannot control. I allow my mind to rest. I choose peace over overthinking. Slowly, gently, without effort. The person in the story, that night, they didn't become perfect. They didn't solve everything. But they found something more important. They found calm, and that calm was always inside them, just like it is inside you. Now there is nothing left to do, no thinking, no fixing, no worrying, just rest. Let your thoughts fade, let your body sink deeper, and allow yourself to drift into a deep, peaceful sleep. Good night. As you rest here, gently drifting deeper into calm, take a moment to feel something very simple, yet very powerful. Gratitude, not forced, not loud, just soft and real. In this quiet space, whisper within your heart, thank you, God. Thank you for being with me, even when my mind feels heavy. Thank you for guiding me, even when I feel lost. Thank you for silently protecting me in ways I don't always see. There were moments when the thoughts felt too much, when the noise inside didn't stop, but somehow I am still here, breathing, healing, slowly finding peace, and for that, thank you, God. You understand my thoughts, even the ones I cannot explain. You see my struggles, even the ones I hide from the world. And still, you stay. Tonight, I surrender everything to you. All my worries, all my fears, all the thoughts I no longer want to carry. I let them go, gently, and place them in your hands. I trust you to calm my mind, to lighten my heart, to guide me into peace. Thank you for this moment of stillness. thank you for this breath. Thank you for this calm sleep. I am safe. I am held. I am at peace. And with this feeling, I slowly drift into deep, peaceful sleep. And as you gently rest, let this soft wave of positive energy surround you. Everything is working out, even if you cannot see it yet. Your life is slowly aligning in the most beautiful way. Tomorrow will feel lighter. Your mind will feel clearer. Your heart will feel stronger. Good things are quietly making their way to you. Peace, happiness, and clarity. Just trust and let go. You have done enough for today. Now it's time to receive calm, to receive rest, to receive healing. You are supported. You are guided. You are filled with positive energy. Sleep peacefully, and I let them go, like waves in the ocean. No wave stays forever. No thought stays forever. And slowly, very slowly, the waves became softer. The gaps between them became longer. And in those gaps, I found something beautiful. Silence. That silence was not empty. It was peaceful. It felt like a warm blanket around my mind. A space where I didn't have to prove anything or solve anything. Just exist. And for the first time in a long time, I felt calm. And now, as you lie there, maybe your mind is still busy. Maybe there are thoughts trying to pull your attention. That's okay. Don't fight them. Just notice them. And gently shift your focus to the small, quiet spaces between your thoughts. They are there. Even now, take a slow breath in and out. Feel your body getting heavier, your mind getting softer. Let every thought pass like a cloud. You don't need to hold anything tonight. You don't need to solve your life tonight. Right now, rest is enough. You are safe. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to let go. And as you continue to breathe slowly, your mind will begin to quiet down, naturally, gently, and sleep will come to you, not because you forced it, but because you allowed yourself to finally be at peace. God's love and plan for you and before you drift into sleep. Let me tell you something gentle, something true. There was a time in my life when nothing made sense. Doors were closing. Plans were failing, and I kept asking, why is this happening to me? It felt like I was being left behind, like everyone else was moving forward. And I was just stuck. But what I didn't realize then was that God was not ignoring me. He was protecting me. Every delay, every rejection, every silent night was not a punishment. It was a redirection, like a child who cannot see the full path. But the Father already knows where each step leads. There were moments I cried in silence, thinking no one was listening. But God hears even the quietest thoughts, even the tears that never fall, and slowly, over time, Things began to make sense. The wrong paths I couldn't walk, the people who left, the plans that didn't work, they were never meant for me. Because something better, something calmer, something more aligned with my soul was already being prepared. And the most beautiful part, God never rushed me. He waited until I was ready. So tonight, if your heart feels heavy, if your mind is full of questions, just remember, you are not lost, you are being guided. You are not delayed, you are being prepared, and even now, as you lie here in the quiet, God's love surrounds you, soft, patient, and endless. There is a plan for your life, even if you cannot see it yet. So let go of the worry. Trust the timing, trust the silence, trust the unseen path. Because you are held, you are loved, and you are exactly where you need to be. Right now. Something inside him softened. He realized life was never asking him to figure everything out. It was never asking him to control every outcome. It was never asking him to have all the answers. Life was simply asking him to experience it, to live it, to feel it, to trust it. Just like the river that flows without knowing where it will end. Just like the night that arrives without asking permission, and slowly, for the first time, he stopped searching. In that stillness, all his questions didn't disappear, but they no longer felt heavy. Because he understood something deeper, not with his mind, but with his heart. That life doesn't need to be fully understood to be peacefully lived. And as he sat there, watching the last light fade into night, he felt something he hadn't felt in a long time. A quiet, gentle peace. And now, as you rest here, you don't need to understand everything tonight. You don't need to solve your life. You don't need to rush your journey. Everything is unfolding in its own time. Just like that man, you can let go just a little. You can soften just a little. You can trust just a little, and maybe, without even trying, you begin to understand life in the quietest, most peaceful way. Now, just rest. Let your breath be soft, let your body be heavy, and let the night gently carry you into sleep. Everything is okay. You are safe, and you can rest now. There was once a man who had almost nothing in life. No big house, no strong support, no clear direction. Some days, even simple things felt difficult. He would look at others and quietly wonder, why is my life like this? Why do I have so little when others seem to have everything? But deep inside, there was one thing he never lost: his faith. Every morning, before the world woke up, he would sit quietly, close his eyes, and speak softly to God. Thank you for this day. Thank you for whatever you give. I trust you." He didn't ask for riches. He didn't complain about his struggles. He simply believed that whatever was happening for a reason. Days passed, and life didn't suddenly become easy. There were still struggles, still delays, still moments of doubt. But he kept his faith, not loudly, not to show others, but quietly within his heart. When something didn't go his way, he would smile gently and say, "Maybe God is protecting me." When he had to wait, he would whisper, "Maybe God is preparing something better." And slowly, without him even noticing, his life began to change. Not all at once, not in a dramatic way. But step by step, the right opportunity came, at the right time. The right people appeared when he needed them most. And the things he once worried about started falling into place. Years later, he sat peacefully outside his home, watching the sky just like he used to. But this time, his heart felt full, not just because his life had improved, but because he understood something deeper. He was never alone. Even when he had nothing, God was quietly building everything. Every delay, every struggle, every closed door was not a punishment. It was protection. It was guidance. It was grace. And as he looked back, he smiled softly, because he realized the reason his life changed was not luck, was not force. It was simply this: he believed. Even when nothing made sense, and in that belief, God took care of everything. So, moral of the story is, when you trust God completely, life quietly falls into place. This is best way to understand life. What if I tell you, right now, you can go to the year 2075? Would you feel excited or a little nervous? Yes, we will go in this year to learn something new. We will go, not with a machine, not with science, but with something far more powerful. Your awareness. Let me share a story with you. Just one person, a simple person, not very different from you. One night, as he lay quietly in his bed, tired from the noise of life, a thought came to him. What would the future feel like if I could just see it once? Not to control it, not to change it, just to experience it. As his eyes grew heavier, something unusual happened. If there is a better way to live, let me see it once. There was no answer, no voice, just silence. But that silence was different. It felt alive, slowly, gently. He drifted into sleep, and when he opened his eyes, he was not in his room anymore. He was in 2075, but it didn't feel like he had traveled forward. It felt like he had stepped into a calmer version of existence. He stood there quietly, listening, not to sounds, but to the absence of noise. The air itself felt peaceful, not empty, but full of a soft, invisible presence. He began to walk. The ground beneath his feet responded gently, like it knew he was there, not controlling him, just supporting him. He looked around. The world was not more advanced in the way he expected. It was more aware. Buildings were simple but meaningful. Technology was present but silent. Nothing demanded attention. Nothing pulled his mind away from the present moment. For the first time, he felt like his mind belonged to him. He reached a place where people were gathered, not crowded, just present together. No one was looking down at devices. No one seemed distracted. They spoke slowly, listened deeply, and sometimes they said nothing at all. And yet, there was no awkwardness, only comfort. He sat among them. At first, he felt strange. His mind kept searching for stimulation. Something to check, something to do, something to prove. But there was nothing, and slowly, that restlessness began to melt, like ice under sunlight. A person sitting beside him looked at him and smiled. Not a forced smile, not a polite smile, but a smile that said, "You are safe here." And without any words, he understood. In 2075, people had not become more powerful. They had become more peaceful. They no longer measured life in achievements alone. They measured it in presence, in awareness, in how deeply they could experience a single moment. He closed his eyes, and as he did, he felt something familiar, something he had felt many times before, but had always ignored. That quiet presence within, that still voice, that gentle energy. The same one he used to call God. He opened his eyes quickly and looked around. Nothing had changed. No divine figure, no dramatic sign, and yet that feeling remained, stronger than ever. He realized something that shook him softly from within. Even in 2075, God had not changed. The universe had not changed. The energy had not changed. Only one thing had changed. People had finally learned to listen. They stopped drowning that inner voice with noise. They stopped running away from silence. They stopped searching outside for what was always within. He stood up slowly and began walking again, this time not with curiosity but with calm. He saw children playing, not addicted, not distracted, just present. He saw elders sitting under trees, not worrying about time, not holding on to regrets, just being. He saw people working, but without stress, without fear, without the constant pressure to prove their worth. And suddenly, a deep realization came to him. Nothing in this world is forcing peace away from us. We are the ones moving away from it. He stopped walking, closed his eyes again, and this time, he didn't search for anything. He simply allowed himself to be. And in that moment, He felt complete. Not because everything was perfect, but because nothing was missing. Time passed, or maybe it didn't. It didn't matter anymore, because for the first time, he was not thinking about past or future. He was just here. And then, slowly, very slowly, the world around him began to soften. The sounds faded, the light dimmed, and he felt himself returning, not suddenly, not forcefully, just gently. He opened his eyes, back in his room. Same walls, same ceiling, same life. But something inside him was no longer the same. The rush felt unnecessary. The stress felt lighter. The need to control everything had quietly disappeared, because now he knew. 2075 is not a place you reach. It is a state you remember. The universe you are searching for is already here. The same energy, the same God, the same silent guidance. Nothing has changed. Only your awareness. What if I tell you that tonight is not just another night? Not just another scroll, not just another tired breath before sleep. Not just another day ending the same way it always does. What if this quiet moment, this stillness, this exact night is where everything begins to change? There was a man named Ethan. Not someone extraordinary, not someone famous, just someone like you. He had dreams once, big ones, the kind that make your chest feel full and your eyes light up. But somewhere along the way, life became heavy. Responsibilities grew, failures stacked quietly. People stopped asking what he wanted, and he stopped asking himself. Days turned into routines. Routines turned into numbness. Wake up, work, stress, distract, sleep. This is repeat for his life. One night, much like this one, Ethan sat alone in his room. No noise, no distractions, just a faint light and a tired mind. He wasn't crying, he wasn't angry, just empty. He looked at the ceiling and thought, is this it? Is this how life is supposed to feel? No answer came, only silence. But something strange happened that night, for the first time in a long time. He didn't run away from his thoughts. He didn't pick up his phone. He didn't turn on music. He didn't distract himself. He stayed. And, slowly, underneath all the noise he had been avoiding, he heard something, a quiet voice. Not loud, not dramatic, just honest. It said, "You're tired, not because life is hard, but because you're living a life that doesn't feel like yours." That sentence stayed with him. It didn't hurt, it didn't scare him. It felt true. That night, Ethan didn't make a big plan. He didn't decide to change everything overnight. He just did one small thing. He wrote one line in a notebook. "Tomorrow I will do one thing that feels like me." That's it. Nothing more. The next day, he woke up the same way. Same room, same responsibilities, same life. But something was different. there was awareness. That day, after work, instead of scrolling endlessly, he picked up something he hadn't touched in years, a sketchbook. His hands were rusty, his lines were imperfect. But for the first time in years, he felt alt. Days passed, one small step at a time. No pressure, no perfection, just one honest action each day. Some days he failed, some days he skipped, but he didn't stop. Because something inside him had already shifted. Weeks later, life outside didn't change much, but inside, everything was different. The emptiness was gone. In its place, there was quiet confidence, not loud, not showy, just steady. Months later, Ethan wasn't the same person anymore. Not because life became easy, but because he became present. And it all started. Not on a perfect morning, not on a special day, not when everything was ready, but on a quiet night, just like this one. So maybe you don't need a big decision tonight. You don't need to fix your whole life. You don't need motivation. Maybe all you need is to sit in this silence and listen, because beneath the stress, beneath the noise, beneath everything you've been carrying, there is a voice, and it's been waiting. Tonight, don't ignore it, don't escape it, just hear it, and maybe, just like Ethan, you write one small sentence. Tomorrow I will take one step toward myself, because sometimes a turning point doesn't feel like a breakthrough. It feels like stillness, it feels like honesty, it feels like this moment, and this night might be the one where everything quietly begins. So as you lie here tonight, you don't need to become a new person. You don't need to prove anything. You don't need to rush. Just allow this night to be different. Not louder, not bigger, but quieter, honest. Let this be the night you stop running and start listening. Let this be the night you choose just one small step. And that's enough. Because real change doesn't come from pressure. It comes from awareness. It comes from small, repeated choices, made gently, every day. How your life begins to change. Simple truth. Your life changes when you stop waiting for the perfect time and start with what you have. You stop trying to fix everything and focus on one small action. You stop ignoring yourself and start listening, even for a minute. That's how it begins. Not fast, not dramatic, but real. Moral of the story. The turning point in life is not a big event. It's a quiet decision. A moment where you finally say, I will not ignore myself anymore. And from that moment, everything slowly starts to align. Now, take a slow breath. There is nothing to chase tonight, nothing to prove. Just rest, knowing that something inside you has already begun to change. And tomorrow, you don't need to do everything. Just take one step. That's how a new life begins. What if I told you that life doesn't really slow down after 40? It just becomes quieter, deeper, more real. Not everything shines anymore. but somehow everything begins to make sense. Tonight, I want to share a gentle story with you about a man who didn't realize that the best part of his life was waiting quietly on the other side of 40. So, take a slow breath, let your body relax, and just listen. His name was Daniel. At 42, his life looked normal. A stable job, a small apartment, a routine that repeated day after day. Every morning, he woke up at the same time, drank the same cup of tea, and left for work without thinking much. People said, "You're settled now. You've done well," but deep inside, Daniel felt something else, a quiet emptiness. Not loud, not painful, just present. The noise before the silence. In his 20s, life was loud. Dreams, ambition, late nights, big plans. He believed he would become something, someone extraordinary. In his 30s, life became faster. Responsibilities grew, expectations increased, and slowly, dreams became practical decisions. And now, in his 40s, everything had become quiet. No rush, no chaos, no excitement, just silence. A small change. One evening, after a long ordinary day, Daniel didn't turn on the TV. He didn't scroll his phone. Instead, he just sat by the window. Outside, the city was still moving. Cars passing, people walking, distant sounds, but inside, for the first time in years, there was stillness. He noticed his breath, slow, steady, calm, and something shifted. The realization that night. He asked himself a simple question. When was the last time I felt at peace, not successful, not busy, not distracted, just peaceful? He couldn't remember. And that's when he understood. He had spent years chasing a life without ever sitting inside it. Life after 40 begins. The next day, nothing dramatic changed, but small things did. He started waking up just 10 minutes earlier to sit quietly with his tea. No phone, no noise, just presence. At work, he stopped rushing every task. He spoke a little slower, listened a little more, and somehow everything felt lighter. Letting go one by one. He began to let go. The need to prove himself, the pressure to impress others, the habit of comparing his life. He realized no one was really watching that closely. And even if they were, it didn't matter anymore. A different kind of happiness. Happiness changed for him. It was no longer about achievements. It was about a quiet cup of tea, a peaceful evening, a good night's sleep, a calm mind, small things that once felt invisible, now felt enough. The unexpected Gift months passed, and something beautiful happened. Daniel didn't become richer. He didn't become famous. Nothing extraordinary happened on the outside, but inside, he felt complete. Not because life was perfect, but because he stopped fighting it. The quiet truth, life after 40, is not the end of something. It's the beginning of understanding. You start to see what truly matters, what doesn't, what stays, and what was never meant to stay. Closing, sleep ending. So tonight, if you feel like life is slowing down or becoming too quiet, maybe it's not something to fear. Maybe it's life gently guiding you toward peace, a peace that doesn't shout, doesn't rush, doesn't demand anything from you, just allows you to be. Now take a slow breath. Let your thoughts soften. And remember, you don't have to chase everything anymore. Some things, like peace, find you when you finally slow down. Moral of the story, maybe. This is something we often forget. Life after 40 is not a decline. It is actually the most complete phase of life. At this age, you have your experience, your career, your money or stability, your body. Still active, still capable, your partner, your children, your people, everything is with you. This is not the time to slow down in fear. This is the best time to truly live. To sit with your life partner, to laugh with your children, to enjoy what you have built. Without always thinking about what's missing, but gently remember. Life keeps changing, just like your younger years past. This phase will also change. Maybe after 60. Things may feel different, so this moment, right now, is precious. So choose to be kind, to love more, to stay human, to let go of ego, and hold on to peace. Because if you live this phase with love, with humanity, with a calm heart, then whatever comes next will not feel heavy. It will feel peaceful. So, don't wait. Love now, live now, enjoy this moment while it is here, because this is your time. Enjoy your life with your people, with your time, with the little moments that quietly make everything meaningful. Enjoy your life, not when everything is perfect, but in this quiet moment, just as it is. So, relax, breathe softly, and remember, close your eyes. Take a slow, gentle breath in, and let it go. Tonight, I want to share a quiet story with you. Not a story of success or failure, but something softer, something slower. A story about a man who spent years chasing a number, only to discover something unexpected waiting for him on the other side. There's nothing to solve here, nothing to figure out. Just listen and let the story unfold. There was a man named Daniel. He lived a simple life. In a small apartment, in a quiet part of the city where evenings felt longer and nights came gently. Daniel wasn't unhappy, but he wasn't truly at peace either. Every day felt the same. Wake up, go to work, come back, eat, sleep, repeat. But somewhere inside him, there was a quiet thought that kept returning. Things will be better once I save enough. Daniel decided one day that he would save $55,000. He didn't know exactly why that number. It just felt like enough to feel safe, enough to feel in control, enough to finally breathe. So he began. He spent less, said no to things he once enjoyed, worked extra hours, took fewer breaks, and slowly, quietly, he started building his savings. Days turned into months, and months into years. His life became quieter. Not in a peaceful way, but in a distant way. Friends stopped calling as often. Weekends became just another extension of work. Even laughter became rare. But Daniel didn't mind. He had a goal, and every time he checked his savings, he felt a small sense of progress. Almost there, the moment arrives, one night, after a long and ordinary day. Daniel sat on his bed, opened his laptop, and looked at his account. $55,000. He stared at the number, just to be sure it was real. And there it was, the goal he had been chasing for years. Finally, reached. He expected something, a feeling, a shift, a sense of arrival, but instead, there was just silence. The room looked the same. The night felt the same. Even his thoughts were unchanged. He closed the laptop slowly and leaned back against the wall. This is it. The next few days felt strange. Nothing had changed, but something inside him had. He began noticing things he had ignored for years. The quiet sound of wind at night, the warmth of sunlight through his window, the way time had passed without asking him. And for the first time in a long while, Daniel wasn't thinking about the future. One evening, he took a walk without any reason. No destination, no urgency, just walking. And somewhere along that quiet road, he realized something simple. He hadn't been living his life. He had been preparing for it, waiting for a moment that never really arrived. A new way of living. Nothing dramatic changed after that. Daniel didn't quit his job, didn't move to a new city, didn't suddenly become someone else. But something softer happened. He slowed down. He started calling old friends again, taking small breaks, watching sunsets, eating without rushing, living not for a number, but for the moments that quietly pass. And that was the quiet change. Not in his bank account, but in the way he saw his life. The number didn't change him, but reaching it helped him realize that peace was never waiting at the end. It had been there all along, in the small, unnoticed moments. So tonight, as the world slowly becomes quieter, and the noise of the day gently fades away. You don't have to chase anything anymore. There is no number you need to reach, no milestone waiting somewhere in the future. That will finally allow you to feel complete. Because the truth is, life is not something that begins after a goal is achieved. It is something that has been quietly unfolding in every small moment you've already lived. Just like Daniel discovered, the change he was waiting for was never hidden inside the number. It was in the way he finally paused, the way he noticed the silence, the way he allowed himself to simply be, without rushing forward. And maybe, in your own quiet way, you can allow that feeling too. You are allowed to rest. Without solving everything tonight, you are allowed to pause without having all the answers. Nothing is missing in this moment, right now as you lie here. Breathing slowly, gently, your body knows how to relax. Your mind knows how to soften. There is nothing you need to prove, nothing you need to fix, and nowhere else you need to be. Let your thoughts drift, like soft clouds passing by. You don't have to hold on to them. Let your breath guide you, slow and easy, in and out, like a calm rhythm that asks nothing from you. And as your body sinks deeper into comfort, feel the quiet space around you, safe, still, and peaceful. If your mind tries to wander, that's okay. Gently bring it back to this moment, to this calm. Because sometimes the most meaningful change in life is not something we achieve. It's something we slowly begin to feel when we stop chasing the value of the life we already have. So allow yourself to slow down for a moment. Let the world move quietly around you, and together, let us explore a simple story called "The Life You Have is Priceless." There is something very quiet about life. Not the loud parts, not the busy days, not the moments when everything feels heavy, but something deeper, something gentle, something that quietly exists in every human life. The simple truth that the life you have is something beyond value, something that cannot be bought, something that cannot be replaced. And yet, many people walk through their days without realizing this. They wake up, they hurry through the morning. They move from one task to another, always chasing the next goal, the next achievement, the next step that they believe will finally make life feel complete. But somehow, that feeling of completion keeps moving further away. There was once a man who lived exactly like this. Every day he worked harder than the day before. He believed success would bring him peace. He believed that happiness was waiting somewhere ahead, somewhere in the future. He told himself many things. One day I will relax. One day I will slow down. One day I will enjoy life. But that day never seemed to come. Years passed quietly. Life kept moving forward, and without noticing it, he slowly forgot how to enjoy simple moments. One evening, after another long day, he decided to take a short walk. Nothing special, just a quiet walk near his home. The sky was painted with soft colors, orange, pink, and gentle shades of gold. The air felt calm, cool, peaceful. As he walked along a small path, he noticed something. Children were playing nearby. They were laughing, running freely, smiling without worry. They were not thinking about tomorrow. They were not worrying about success. They were not comparing their lives with anyone. They were simply enjoying the moment. One of the children picked up a small stone from the ground, but the child looked at it with curiosity, as if it was something precious. He proudly showed it to his friends, and they smiled, as if that tiny stone was a treasure. The man watched them quietly, and for the first time in many years, something inside him slowed down. He realized something simple. Children find joy in the smallest things, but adults often forget how. When we are young, life feels magical. The sky looks bigger, the wind feels softer, the world feels full of wonder. But as years pass, many people stop noticing these things. They become too busy, too worried, too focused on what they don't have, instead of appreciating what they already do. The man sat down on a nearby bench, and for a moment, he did nothing. No phone, no plans, no rushing thoughts, just silence. And in that silence, he began to notice things he had ignored for years. The sound of birds returning home, the gentle movement of leaves in the evening wind, the quiet fading colors of the sunset, the calm rhythm of the world. And, suddenly, a simple thought appeared in his mind. Life itself is the greatest gift. Not achievements, not money, not recognition, just life. The simple experience of being here, walking under the open sky, feeling the air around you, seeing the beauty of the world, sharing moments with people, laughing, learning, growing. Even the difficult days carry meaning, because they remind us that we are alive. Life is not meant to be perfect. It is meant to be experienced. Every sunrise, every quiet evening, every conversation, every step forward, all of it becomes part of our story. And that story is priceless. Think about it for a moment. Among billions of people in the world, there has never been someone exactly like you. Your experiences, your memories, your thoughts, your journey, all of these create a life that is completely unique, and that uniqueness gives your life value. Not because everything is perfect, but because it is rare. Every moment you experience is something that will never happen again in the exact same way. And that is what makes life so precious. The man remained on that bench for a long time. The sky slowly turned darker. Stars appeared quietly above him, and for the first time in many years, felt peaceful. Not because his life suddenly became perfect, but because he finally understood something simple. He had spent years searching for value outside, but the most valuable thing was already with him. The simple joys and the moments when we remembered that the life we have is truly priceless. When the world became quiet, his thoughts often became louder. He would think about things he should have done better, things he said, things he didn't say. Sometimes he thought about tomorrow, sometimes about yesterday, and many nights he fell asleep carrying the weight of the day inside his mind. One evening, after a particularly long day, Daniel decided to take a walk. The sky was slowly turning dark, and the first stars had begun appearing above the hills. The town was calm as Daniel walked along a quiet path. He noticed an old wooden bench near a small lake, and sitting there was an elderly man. The man looked peaceful, simply watching the reflection of the moon in the water. Daniel nodded politely and sat on the other side of the bench. For a few minutes, neither of them spoke. The night itself seemed to be speaking. Finally, the old man smiled and said softly, "Beautiful night, isn't it?" Daniel nodded. "Yes, it is." After a moment, the old man asked, "Tell me, when your day ends, does your mind become quiet?" Daniel laughed softly. "Not really. My mind becomes even louder." The old man chuckled gently. "That happens to many people." Then he pointed toward the lake. "Look at the water." Daniel looked. The surface of the lake reflected the moon perfectly. But then a small ripple passed across the water, and the reflection broke into tiny pieces. "Do you see?" the old man asked. He paused for a moment. "Our mind is like that water. When it is restless, everything appears broken. But when it becomes calm, everything becomes clear." Daniel sat quietly, thinking about those words. Daniel looked at him curiously. "How do you do that?" The old man smiled. "Every night before I sleep, I do 3 simple things." He raised one finger. "First, I thank the day, no matter how ordinary it was. Even difficult days bring lessons." Then he raised a second finger. "Second, I forgive the day. I forgive mistakes, my own and others, because tomorrow deserves a fresh beginning." Then he raised a third finger. "And third, I let the day go. Just like the sun lets go of the sky every evening." Daniel looked again at the calm lake. The moon was still there, bright and quiet. The old man said gently, "If you sleep with peace, morning will greet you with a smile, because your mind will be light and your heart will be free." They sat together for a while longer. Eventually, Daniel stood up. He thanked the old man and began walking home. But something inside him felt different. The day no longer felt heavy. When he reached his home, he sat quietly for a moment before going to bed. And for the first time in a long while, he tried the simple practice the old man had shared. He thanked the day, even for the small moments, and that night, Daniel slept with a calm mind. No racing thoughts, no heavy worries. Just quiet rest. The next morning, as sunlight gently entered his room, Daniel woke up, and something beautiful happened. Without even thinking about it, he smiled. Not because something extraordinary happened, but because his heart felt light. Because peace had quietly visited during the night, and, from that day forward, Daniel carried a small reminder with him. Each night is not the end of something, it is the release of the day, and each morning is the beginning of a new smile. So tonight, as the world slowly becomes quiet around you, remember something very simple. The day is finished. You have done enough. Whatever was incomplete can wait for tomorrow. Allow the mind to become like the calm lake, still, peaceful, quiet. And when you rest with that peace, morning may greet you with the simplest gift of all. A gentle smile, good night, and may your night be calm and your morning kind. Again. On a quiet hill outside a small town, there was a place where the night sky looked endless. The air was cool, the grass moved gently in the wind. And above, thousands of stars shimmered softly like tiny lanterns. A young man named Daniel often came to this hill, not because he was lonely, but because this place made his heart feel calm. Whenever life felt busy or the world became too loud, he would sit under the night sky and simply breathe. Tonight was one of those nights. Daniel lay back on the grass, watching the slow movement of the clouds across the stars. The world felt quiet, very quiet, and in that quiet, his thoughts slowly drifted to someone special, someone who had once walked beside him through many days of life. It could have been a friend, or someone he loved deeply. Someone whose presence once made ordinary days feel brighter. He remembered the small moments, the simple conversations, the laughter that arrived without effort, the quiet understanding that needed no words. Some memories were warm, like sunlight on a peaceful afternoon. Others were softer, like distant echoes carried gently by time. But none of them brought sadness. Instead, they brought gratitude, because sometimes people enter our lives not to stay forever, but to leave beautiful memories that remain with us, like stars in the sky. Daniel looked up again. The stars were still there, silent and steady. Some of them were incredibly far away, yet their light still reached the earth, and he realized something simple. People can be like stars. Even when they are no longer beside us, their light can still reach our hearts. Their kindness, their words, their presence continue shining quietly within us. Daniel closed his eyes for a moment. He whispered a silent thank you, not to the sky, but to the person whose memory had visited him tonight. Because sometimes the greatest gift someone leaves behind is not sadness, but warmth, a gentle reminder that love, friendship, and shared moments never truly disappear. They simply become part of who we are. The wind moved softly across the hill. The night grew deeper, and the stars looked brighter than before. Daniel slowly sat up. His heart felt peaceful. The past no longer felt heavy. It felt like a beautiful chapter of a long story. A story that continues, day by day, moment by moment. And somewhere, perhaps under another quiet sky, the person he remembered might also be looking at the same stars. That thought made him smile. Because sometimes, the universe keeps people connected in ways we cannot see. Daniel took one last look at the sky. The night was calm, the world was quiet, and somewhere within that quiet, beautiful memories gently rested, like stars that would never fade. And now, as the night grows deeper and the stars continue their silent journey, allow your mind to become lighter. Let your thoughts drift peacefully, like clouds across a calm sky. And if someone special, quietly, appears in your memories tonight, just smile. And let that warmth stay in your heart, because beautiful memories are one of life's quiet blessings. And remember something gentle and important. These positive memories, the beautiful moments we call good memories, stay with us for a lifetime. They quietly give us strength. They give us energy, and they fill our lives with warmth and positivity, even in difficult days. But never forget where these beautiful moments come from, somewhere beyond our understanding. There is a quiet grace, a higher presence, Tonight's story is about something very special, something that quietly visits many of us when the night becomes still. Good memories, those small moments from the past that return softly, like gentle stars appearing in the night sky. So close your eyes and let the story begin. This story is about a peaceful night. The sky above was deep and endless, filled with silent stars shining softly in the darkness. In a small quiet room, a person lay in bed, watching the ceiling as the night slowly wrapped the world in calm. The house was silent. No traffic, no voices, no rush of the day. Only the quiet rhythm of breathing and the gentle ticking of time. And then, something interesting happened. A memory appeared. Not loudly, not suddenly, but softly, like a warm light glowing in the heart. It was a simple memory. A moment from years ago, when laughter filled the air and life felt light and easy. Maybe it was a childhood evening, running outside under a golden sunset. Maybe it was a quiet conversation with someone special. A moment that felt small at the time, but now feels priceless. The mind, when the world becomes quiet, begins to open old doors. Behind those doors live beautiful moments. Moments when someone believed in you. Moments when someone smiled because of you. Moments when life felt peaceful and complete. And tonight, those memories begin to visit, one by one, like gentle stars appearing in the night sky. A memory of a happy day. A memory of someone's warm voice. A memory of a place where you once felt completely safe. And as these memories appear, something wonderful happens. Your heart begins to feel lighter. Your mind becomes calmer, because good memories carry a special kind of energy. They remind you that your life has already been filled with beautiful moments. Moments of kindness, moments of love, moments of laughter. Even if life sometimes becomes difficult, these memories remain. quietly living inside you, waiting for peaceful nights like this to return again. The person lying in bed slowly smiled, not because of something happening right now, but because of something beautiful that once happened, and in that moment they realized something important. Good memories are gifts. They are gentle reminders that life has always been guiding us through meaningful moments. Some memories come from friends, some from family, some from strangers who appeared in our life at just the right time, and some feel like quiet blessings from the universe itself, moments that happened exactly when they were needed. So tonight, as the stars shine above and the world sleeps peacefully, let your good memories visit you. Let them sit quietly beside your heart. Let them remind you of the beautiful life you have lived and the beautiful moments still waiting ahead. Because every life is filled with small treasures. Sometimes we simply forget to see them. But at night, when the world becomes calm, those treasures gently return, like soft lights in the darkness. And as you drift deeper into sleep, those memories stay with you, filling your mind with peace, filling your heart with gratitude, and reminding you that your story has always been filled with beautiful moments. Now the night grows deeper. The stars continue their silent watch above the world. Your breathing becomes slower, your body more relaxed. Let the good memories rest beside you tonight. You don't need to think anymore. Just sleep peacefully. And tomorrow morning, when you open your eyes, carry a little of this quiet happiness with you. Good night. Sleep peacefully, and let your beautiful memories guide you into gentle dreams. Before you drift fully into sleep, remember one quiet truth. Good memories live inside your inner peace. They are always there, resting softly within your heart. And sometimes, by the grace of God, that peaceful space inside you begins to open. When it opens, something beautiful happens. Your thoughts begin to change. Your mind becomes calmer. Your heart becomes kinder. Slowly, you begin to see life in a different way, more positive, more gentle, more hopeful. And when your thoughts become positive, good things begin to flow into your life naturally. But there is one small secret. To receive goodness, we must first become good ourselves. So always remember the good moments in your life. Be grateful for them and quietly ask God to guide you, to shape your heart, and to help you become a good person. The person you always remember is not someone who changed the world. They simply changed your heart. And that is something truly beautiful. Closing/sleep ending. So tonight, as you rest, think about someone you always remember, someone who brought a little peace, a little kindness, or a little light into your life. Send them quiet gratitude, because beautiful memories are never lost. They live inside you, guiding your heart, bringing calm to your mind, and sometimes these memories are gifts from the universe. Now let your thoughts slow down, let the night carry your worries away, and drift gently into peaceful sleep. And remember, the good memories you carry inside your heart are not just memories. They are quiet lights within you. These beautiful moments slowly become your inner peace. And one day, through the grace of God, through the kindness of the universe, those peaceful memories begin to open something inside you. Your thoughts become calmer, your heart becomes lighter, and you begin to see life in a more positive way. Good things start to appear in your life naturally. But for this, we must also try to become good people. Be kind, help others, stay humble, and never forget the source of those beautiful memories. Because sometimes they are gifts quietly given by God, by the universe, and sometimes the person you always remember is also your inner soul, the quiet place inside you where God's presence lives, where the universal power of goodness exists. It is that inner light that guides your heart, helps you care for others, and inspires you to become a truly good person. When your heart stays kind, when your intentions remain pure, that universal power quietly helps your wishes unfold in the right time. So always keep this gentle truth in your mind. The power of God, the power of the universe, is already within you. Someone you always remember is not always another person. Sometimes it is your own inner soul. Deep inside you there is a quiet place where God's presence and the universal power of goodness live. That gentle power guides your heart to stay kind, to help others, and to become a better person every day. When you listen to that inner voice and keep your heart pure, life slowly begins to bring peace, wisdom, and the right blessings at the right time. So always keep this truth in your mind. The divine power of the universe is already within you, quietly guiding your path and helping your good intentions turn into beautiful moments in life. Work, their problems, their relationships, their future, but very few discover the simple truth. Now let me ask you a simple question. If someone asked you to choose between the whole world and your inner peace, which one would you choose? Many people might say they want the world, success, recognition, power, and everything life can offer. But the truth is, without inner peace, even the whole world can feel heavy and empty. A peaceful heart can enjoy a small life, a quiet moment, and a simple night under the stars. But a restless mind cannot enjoy even the greatest success. That is why the wise always choose inner peace first. Because when your heart is calm, the world no longer feels like a burden. Instead, it becomes a beautiful place to experience with gratitude and kindness. If your inner world is peaceful, the outside world begins to change on its own. So, tonight, let me share a calm story, a story about choosing inner peace first. There was once a man who spent his whole life trying to control everything around him. He wanted the perfect job, the perfect home, the perfect respect from others. Every morning he woke up with a long list of things he needed to fix in the world. If people disagreed with him, he felt angry. If things did not go his way, he felt restless. If the future looked uncertain, he felt worried. His mind was always running, always planning, always fighting with life. One evening, after a long, exhausting day, he went for a walk. The sky was slowly turning dark and the first stars were appearing above him. The air was quiet. For the first time in many days, he stopped. He sat on a bench under the open sky and looked up at the stars. The universe was calm, silent, vast. Nothing in the sky seemed to be in a hurry. The stars were not competing with each other. The moon was not trying to prove anything. Everything simply existed in peace. And in that moment, a simple thought came to his mind. Why am I trying so hard to control the world when I cannot even calm my own mind? That night, he realized something important. The world is too big to control. People will always have different opinions. Situations will always change. Life will always bring unexpected moments. Trying to control everything outside is like trying to hold the entire ocean in your hands. It only brings frustration. But there is one place where peace can begin, inside you. So the next morning, instead of trying to fix the world, he started with something small. He slowed down. He spoke kindly to people. He helped someone without expecting anything in return. He stopped worrying about things he could not control. And, slowly, something surprising happened. His mind became lighter. The same world that once looked stressful now looked peaceful. The same life that once felt heavy now felt meaningful. He understood something most people discover very late in life. Peace is not something the world gives you. Peace is something you choose inside yourself first. And when your heart becomes calm, your thoughts become clearer, your actions become kinder, and your life begins to move in a beautiful direction. The world may still be noisy, but inside you, there can always be quiet. Inside you, there can always be peace. So, tonight, before you sleep, remember this simple truth. You don't need to fix the whole world. You only need to protect one small space. The peace inside your heart. Because when your inner world becomes peaceful, the outer world slowly begins to feel peaceful too. And with that gentle thought, let your mind rest. Let your breathing slow and allow yourself to drift into a calm, deep, peaceful sleep. So remember this gentle truth. Behind every truly successful and happy person, there is not just the world they achieved, but the inner peace they built first. A success without peace often feels empty, but peace within can make even a simple life feel rich and meaningful. That is why it is important not to run after the world first. Instead, begin with your inner peace. When your mind is calm and your heart is balanced, your actions become wiser. Your decisions become clearer, and the world you seek often begins to come naturally toward you. In your heart. Think about everything you have already experienced in life. All the lessons, the moments, the strength you have built along the way. In your inner thoughts, imagine that you have already achieved everything you needed to learn from this life. In that peaceful place inside you, nothing is missing. Let your inner peace hold you. Tonight, before you close your eyes, let's leave something heavy behind. The pressure, the expectations, the constant noise of the world telling you, you must do more, be more, achieve more. Take a slow breath and just listen. Because tonight I want to remind you of something simple, something true. Your job is temporary, but your peace is not. Transition into story. There was a man, not very different from you, every morning. He woke up to the sound of an alarm he didn't like. and a life he didn't fully understand. He worked hard, long hours, endless deadlines. People praised his dedication, but no one saw his tired eyes or the quiet weight he carried inside. At night, he would lie in bed, staring at the ceiling, thinking, "Is this my life? Is this all I'm supposed to be?" One night, after an especially long day, he walked outside. The world was quiet. The sky was full of stars. And for the first time in a long time, he stopped. No phone, no emails, no expectations, just silence. As he looked up at the sky, something inside him softened. He realized something. The stars didn't care about his job title. The night didn't ask about his salary. The breeze didn't measure his success. And yet, everything felt complete. He sat down on a quiet bench, and for the first time in years, he allowed himself to do nothing. No thinking, no worrying, no proving, just being. And in that stillness, a thought came gently to him. What if I am not my job? What if all this stress, all this pressure, is something I've been holding, but not something I truly am? He closed his eyes and felt his breath, slow, deep, calm, and in that moment, he understood something powerful. The job can change, the role can change, the money can come and go. But this feeling, this quiet peace inside him, was always there. It was just hidden, under noise, under fear, under the constant need to chase something. He whispered to himself, "I've been protecting my job, but I forgot to protect my peace." That night, nothing in his external life changed. His job was still there, his responsibilities still waiting, but something inside him shifted. The next morning, he still went to work, but this time he carried something different. Not stress, not fear, but awareness. He no longer rushed to prove his worth. He no longer attached his identity to his role. Because deep inside, he knew. This is temporary, and when things got overwhelming, he would pause, close his eyes for a moment, and return to that quiet place inside him. That place where nothing was demanded, nothing was judged, where he was enough, just as he was. And now, as you lie here tonight, I want you to feel this truth. Your work, your deadlines, your responsibilities. They are part of your life, but they are not your life. You are not the stress. You are not the pressure. You are not the expectations. You are the quiet awareness behind it all. The calm, the stillness, the peace. Let everything else fade away, just for this moment. Feel your breath, slow down. Feel your body, relax. Feel your mind, become lighter. You don't need to solve everything tonight. You don't need to figure out your entire future. You don't need to carry the weight of tomorrow. Because right now and in this moment, you are safe, you are enough, and you are at peace. Closing, sleep affirmation tone. So gently remind yourself. My job is temporary, but my peace is always within me. Let that thought stay with you as you drift deeper and deeper into rest. Tonight, you don't need to chase anything. You don't need to become anything. Just sleep with peace and let life unfold gently. Peace is not something the world gives you. It is something God, the universe, has already placed inside you. Your job is something you do, but peace is who you are. Jobs change, roles change, people come and go. But the one thing that stays with you, in every moment, in every phase of life, is your inner peace. Sometimes, we forget this. We start believing, my job is everything. If I lose this, I lose myself. But quietly, deep inside, God whispers, I am your provider, not your job. The universe does not forget you. It sees your efforts, your struggles, your silent prayers, even the ones you never spoke out loud. When you remember God, when you keep that connection alive in your heart, something beautiful happens. Fear becomes lighter. Stress begins to fade, and trust slowly grows because you realize you're not carrying your life alone. There is a force, a gentle, unseen presence that is always guiding you, protecting you, taking care of your needs. Maybe not always in the way you expect, but always in the way you truly need. When you choose peace over pressure, you are not becoming weak. You are becoming aligned with trust, aligned with faith, aligned with the natural flow. Close your eyes, take a slow breath in, and gently let it go. Tonight is not just another night. It may look ordinary, silent, still, like every other night you've lived before. But what if this night is different? What if something within you quietly shifts, without noise, without effort, and by tomorrow, your whole life begins to change? Let's start our story. There was once a man who lived a very normal life. Nothing extraordinary, nothing terrible, just routine. Every day, he woke up with the same thoughts, the same worries, the same invisible weight on his chest. He believed life was something he had to figure out, something he had to control, and deep inside, he was always tired, not physically, but mentally, emotionally. Tired of thinking, tired of trying, tired of chasing something he couldn't even name. One night, just like this one, he couldn't sleep. Not because something was wrong, but because something felt different. The silence was deeper. The air felt softer. It was as if the whole universe had slowed down just for him. He sat quietly, doing nothing. No phone, no distractions, just sitting with himself. And then something happened, not outside, but inside. A simple thought appeared, soft, almost like a whisper. What if nothing is missing? He didn't react, he didn't argue. He just listened, and for the first time, he didn't try to fix his life. He didn't try to plan or control. He simply allowed himself to be. In that moment, something heavy left him. Not all at once, but gently, like a burden he didn't even know he was carrying. He realized life was never against him. It was never rushing him. It was never demanding anything from him. It was only flowing, and he had been resisting. That night, he didn't become rich. He didn't become famous. Nothing outside changed, but something inside completely transformed. The next morning, the sun felt warmer, the air felt lighter, even his thoughts felt kinder, and slowly, day by day, his life began to change. Not because he forced it, but because he stopped fighting it. And now, here you are, listening to this, in the quiet of your own night. Maybe feeling something similar, maybe carrying thoughts you're tired of holding. So let me ask you, what if you don't need to solve everything tonight? What if nothing is actually missing? What if this moment, right now, is already enough? Just breathe, slowly, gently. Let your thoughts pass like clouds. You don't have to chase them. You don't have to stop them. Just let them be. Because maybe, just maybe, this night is quietly changing your life in ways you don't need to understand, only to feel. Now, just stay here for a moment. You don't need to move. You don't need to think too much, because maybe you have been trying too hard for too long. The truth we forget is you keep thinking, what will happen tomorrow? What if things go wrong? What if I fail? But tell me, has everything in your life ever gone exactly the way you planned? No. And still, you are here, still breathing, still moving forward, which means something greater than you has always been taking care of you. The power of the universe, call it God. Call it the universe. There is a power that sees what you cannot see, that knows what you don't know, and that power is not against you. It has never been against you. It has been guiding you, even in your confusion, even in your pain. So, tonight, just say this to yourself. Let whatever has to happen. Not everything is in your control, and that's okay. You were never meant to carry the weight of the whole world. You don't have to figure everything out. You don't have to solve your whole life tonight. You don't have to worry about every outcome. Just stop for a moment and feel this. If the universe has brought you this far, it will take you further too. The universe is not punishing you. It is shaping you. Every delay, every struggle, every confusion is preparing something better for you, but only if you stay a good person, if your heart stays kind, if your intentions stay pure. So now, let your thoughts slow down. You don't need to chase answers. You don't need to force clarity. Just whisper inside. Everything is already being taken care of. Relax. Let go. Don't think too much. Just rest. Because right now, Even in this silence, even in this darkness, the universe is working for you. Quietly, beautifully, perfectly, and maybe, by the time you wake up, something inside you will already feel lighter. God is not just with me. Yes, your eyes are closed. Let them rest softly. Let the world fade away. Now begin to listen. Just listen. Take a slow breath in. Very slow, very easy, and breathe out. Long and soft. Again, slow breath in. Gentle breath out. Feel your body resting. Feel your chest rise and fall. You do not need to hold the day anymore. It has already been placed down. The small worries, the small mistakes, the small wins. All of it is finished, and deep inside, you already said, "Thank you." Maybe you did not say it with words, but your heart felt it, that quiet feeling, that soft release. That is gratitude. Thank you, universe, for this day. Thank you for guiding me through it. Thank you for helping me reach this night. You are safe now. The day cannot pull you back. It is behind you. Like footsteps in sand, slowly fading. You already released it. Now your only job is to rest. Let your forehead soften. Let your jaw relax. Let your shoulders sink. Your bed holds you. The night surrounds you. The air is calm. Thank you, universe, for this quiet moment. Thank you for gentle breath. Thank you for a place to sleep. You are allowed to be still. You are allowed to stop thinking. You are allowed to close this chapter. The day is complete. It does not need more from you. You did enough. You were enough. That is true. Now we move into soft gratitude, slow and simple, easy and calm. I released this day. I already let it go. Thank you, universe, for today. Thank you for small lessons. Thank you for small joys. I am grateful for breath. I am grateful for rest. I am grateful for this bed. The day is finished. I place it down gently. I do not carry it. I let it fade away. Thank you, universe, for guidance. Thank you for protection. Thank you for unseen support. I forgive this day. I forgive myself. I forgive others. I release all tension. I release all worry. I release all rush. There is no hurry now. There is no pressure now. Only night, only calm. Thank you, universe, for peace. Thank you for silence. Thank you for stillness. I trust tomorrow. I trust new light. For now I sleep. For now I rest. The day is far behind. It grows smaller and softer. Like a sunset fading, I am safe. I am calm. I am grateful. Thank you, universe. Thank you. Thank you. Sleep comes gently. Peace comes softly. I drift. I let go, and I rest. Again, slow breath in, calm breath out. Feel the bed under you. Feel the support below your back. You do not need to hold yourself up. You are supported. Notice your hands. They can rest now. Notice your legs. They can be still now. If your mind is busy, that is okay. You do not need to push thoughts away. Let them pass like soft clouds. You can return to the sound of these words. You can return to your breath. Breathe in calm. Breathe out worry. Breathe in peace. Breathe out the day. You are allowed to rest. Your body knows how to rest. Your body knows how to heal in sleep. Thank you, universe, for this night. Thank you for this quiet moment. Thank you for my healthy body. Now we begin gently. Soft words. Simple gratitude. Easy and slow. Thank you, universe, for my healthy body. Thank you for my strong heart. Thank you for my steady breath. Thank you for my calm mind. Thank you for my peaceful sleep. I am grateful for my body. I am grateful for my health. I am grateful for this breath. I am grateful for this moment. Thank you, universe, for my arms. Thank you for my hands. Thank you for my legs. Thank you for my feet. Thank you for every cell in me. My body works for me. My body supports me. My body cares for me. My body protects me. My body is my friend. Thank you, universe, for my healthy body. Thank you for quiet healing. Thank you for gentle strength. Thank you for soft balance. Thank you for daily comfort. I trust my body. I respect my body. I listen to my body. I care for my body. I honor my body. Thank you for my steady heartbeat. Thank you for easy breathing. Thank you for warm blood. Thank you for relaxed muscles. Thank you for deep rest. My body knows what to do. My body knows how to heal. My body knows how to recover. My body knows how to rest. My body knows how to sleep. Thank you, universe, for my healthy body. Thank you for quiet strength inside me. Thank you for peace in my body. Thank you for comfort in my skin. Thank you for safety in myself. I feel safe in my body. I feel calm in my body. I feel at home in my body. I feel peace in my body. I feel trust in my body. Thank you for gentle energy. Thank you for soft movement. Thank you for balance and ease. Thank you for simple wellness. Thank you for natural health. My body is supported. My body is cared for. My body is guided. My body is protected. My body is enough. Thank you, universe, for my healthy body. Thank you for each new day. Thank you for quiet repair. Thank you for silent healing. Thank you for deep sleep. I release fear from my body. I release stress from my body. I release tension from my body. I let my body be soft. I let my body be calm. Thank you for my calm breath. Thank you for my relaxed chest. Thank you for my quiet mind. Thank you for my steady body. Thank you for this gentle night. My body is safe. My body is strong. My body is calm. My body is healthy. My body is at peace. Thank you, universe, for my healthy body. Thank you for caring for me. Thank you for watching over me. Thank you for simple health. Thank you for quiet wellness. I am grateful for my body. I am grateful for my health. I am grateful for this life. I am grateful for this rest. I am grateful for this breath. Now let the words grow softer. Let them drift like a lullaby. You do not need to repeat them. Just let them wash over you. Thank you, universe, for my healthy body. Thank you. Thank you for my healthy body. Thank you. Breathe in softly. Breathe out slowly. Your body rests. Your mind slows. Your heart is calm. Say inside. Thank you, universe, for my happiness. Thank you, universe, for making me the happiest person. If you are happy, you can rest easily. You can sleep peacefully. Around you, everything is working gently. Everything is calm. Everything is safe. You can relax now. You can let go. All around you, life is peaceful. Life is supporting you. Life is kind to you. Now take a slow breath in. Very slow. And let it go. Feel your body resting. Feel your bed holding you. You are safe here. You are supported here. And now, let me share a small story. There was once a quiet garden, not far away, not long ago. Just a simple garden. In the center of the garden there was a small wooden bench. Nothing fancy, just peaceful. Each evening a gentle light would fill the sky. Soft gold, soft pink, very calm. A person would come and sit on that bench. Not to think, not to plan, just to sit. At first, the person believed happiness was far away. Somewhere in the future, somewhere outside. But one evening, as the light touched the trees, a quiet feeling came. The birds were calm, the air was warm, the trees moved slowly. Nothing special was happening, and yet, everything felt complete. The person placed a hand on the heart and softly said, "Thank you, universe." In that moment there was no lack, no rush, no worry, only peace. Only enough, and the person understood something simple. Happiness was not far away. It was already here. Sitting on the bench, breathing softly, alive in the quiet. Now imagine that garden is your life. Imagine you are sitting on that bench, nothing to chase, nothing to fix, just this calm moment. Thank you, universe, for my peaceful life. Thank you for simple happiness. Thank you for quiet evenings. Thank you for gentle light. Thank you for soft air. Thank you for calm thoughts. Thank you for this steady heart. Thank you for this safe place. My life is peaceful. My life is happy. My life is enough. My life is guided. My life is supported. My life is calm. My life is blessed. I am peaceful. I am happy. I am safe. I am loved. I am relaxed. I am steady. I am enough. Everything around me is kind. Everything around me is working gently. Everything around me is flowing softly. Everything around me is settling into place. Thank you, universe, for this peaceful and happy life. Thank you for what I see. Thank you for what I do not see. Thank you for today. Thank you for tomorrow. Thank you for this breath. Thank you for this quiet night. Let the garden grow softer now. Let the bench fade into stillness. Let the sky turn dark and calm. Let gratitude become warmth. Let warmth become sleep. You are the happiest person in the universe. You are peaceful. You are safe. You are guided. You are blessed. You are enough. Thank you, universe. I rest in peace. I rest in happiness. I rest in trust. I rest in love. I rest now, and I sleep. This is your time, your night, your peaceful prayer. Now imagine a quiet place, a soft field under the night sky. The air is cool and calm. The stars shine gently above. You are walking slowly, barefoot on soft grass. The earth feels steady. The night feels kind. There's a small lake nearby. The water is still. It reflects the moonlight. It reflects the stars. You sit near the water. You feel safe there. No noise, no rush, only peace. A soft breeze moves around you. It touches your face gently. It carries away your worries. It carries away your stress. In this quiet place, you do not need to be strong. You do not need to be perfect. You can simply be. The lake stays calm. Even when small ripples appear, it returns to stillness. Just like you, your heart can return to calm. Your mind can return to quiet. Now slowly let your body settle. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw soften. Let your hands rest gently. Feel the bed under you. Feel the pillow hold your head. You are supported. Take a slow breath in. Soft and easy. Now breathe out slowly. Let the air leave your body. Again, breathe in, calm and steady. And breathe out, long and slow. With each breath you soften. With each breath you feel lighter. The day is over. You did enough. It is okay to rest now. If thoughts come, let them pass. They are like small ripples. They fade on their own. You do not need to follow them. Thank you, universe, for this night. Thank you for this quiet sky. Thank you for this gentle breath. I am safe tonight. I am calm right now. My body can relax. My mind can slow down. Thank you, universe, for my breath. It moves in and out. It keeps me steady. It keeps me here. I let go of today. I release all worry. I release all fear. I release all stress. Nothing needs my attention now. Nothing needs to be solved. This moment is enough. My heart is calm, my body is heavy, my thoughts are quiet. I feel soft inside. Thank you, universe, for peace. Thank you for gentle sleep. Thank you for deep rest. I trust this night. I trust this silence. I trust my body to rest. Sleep comes to me gently. Sleep comes to me slowly. Sleep comes to me with ease. I am safe. I am supported. I am held by the night. Thank you, universe, for comfort. Thank you for stillness. Thank you for calm air. My body knows how to sleep. My mind knows how to rest. I do not need to try. I only need to allow. I allow peace. I allow softness. I allow quiet. The night is kind to me. The dark feels gentle. The silence feels warm. Thank you, universe, for this day. Thank you for every moment. Thank you for every breath. Now I let it all go. I forgive myself. I forgive this day. I release all pressure. I release all doubt. I am enough right now. I have done enough today. I can rest fully. Sleep is safe for me. Rest is safe for me. Stillness is safe for me. Thank you, universe, for watching over me. Thank you for quiet care. Thank you for gentle protection. My body feels warm. My eyes feel heavy. My breathing is slow. My heart is steady. I sink deeper now, deeper into comfort, deeper into peace, deeper into rest. All is well in this moment. All is calm around me. All is quiet within me. Thank you, universe, for deep sleep. Thank you for healing rest. Thank you for soft dreams. I am calm. I am safe. I am at peace. And now I sleep, slow and easy. Nothing needs to be solved. Nothing needs to be fixed. This is your time to soften. Feel the bed beneath you. It is holding you. It is safe to let go. Take a slow breath in, gently and slowly breathe out. Again, breathe in, soft and easy, and breathe out. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw relax. Let your hands become heavy. Your legs are resting. Your face is calm. Your eyes are soft. You do not need to think. You do not need to plan. This moment is simple. This moment is kind. Take another slow breath in and slowly let it go. Feel the air move gently, in and out, in and out. With each breath, you soften. With each breath, you feel safe. If there were hard moments today, let them drift away. You do not carry them into sleep. You can set them down now. The night is here to hold you. You are not alone. The universe is quiet and kind. It watches over you softly. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to feel peace. Now we begin with gratitude. Simple gratitude. Gentle gratitude. Thank you, universe, for this day. Thank you for this breath. Thank you for this bed. Thank you for this quiet night. I am thankful for my body. It carried me today. I am thankful for my breath. It stays with me. Thank you for small moments, small smiles, small steps, small wins. Thank you for lessons, even the hard ones. They help me grow gently. I am grateful for today. I am grateful for this moment. I am grateful for being alive. Thank you, universe, for guiding me. Thank you for unseen support. Thank you for quiet strength. I trust life is moving for me. I trust that I am cared for. I trust that I am safe tonight. I am thankful for my home. I am thankful for shelter. I am thankful for warmth. Even small comfort matters. Even simple things matter. Thank you for clean water. Thank you for food. Thank you for rest. I see the good in my life. I welcome more good. I allow good to flow. Thank you, universe, for love. Love around me, love within me. I am thankful for people in my life. Those close, those far away. I send them quiet blessings. I feel gentle connection. I am grateful for my heart. It keeps beating. It keeps loving. Thank you for new chances. Thank you for tomorrow. I do not need to rush. I trust tomorrow will come softly. I release today with thanks. I close this day with peace. Thank you for what I have. Thank you for what is coming. I believe good things are forming. Even now, even in sleep, the universe works quietly. Life moves gently. I am supported. I am guided. I am protected. Thank you for the air I breathe. Thank you for the calm in this room. Thank you for this slow moment. Gratitude fills my heart. Gratitude fills my mind. Gratitude softens my body. I choose to rest in thanks. I choose to sleep in peace. I let go with gratitude. Thank you, universe. Thank you for this life. Thank you for this simple night. I am calm. I am safe. I am thankful. And now I drift, slowly, softly, into gentle sleep. This is your time, your night, your peaceful prayer. Now imagine a quiet place, a soft field under the night sky. The air is cool and calm. The stars shine gently above. You are walking slowly, barefoot on soft grass. The earth feels steady. The night feels kind. There's a small lake nearby. The water is still. It reflects the moonlight. It reflects the stars. You sit near the water. You feel safe there. No noise, no rush, only peace. A soft breeze moves around you. It touches your face gently. It carries away your worries. It carries away your stress. In this quiet place, you do not need to be strong. You do not need to be perfect. You can simply be. The lake stays calm. Even when small ripples appear, it returns to stillness. Just like you, your heart can return to calm.